Friends often ask, why are you making this 6-week coast-to-coast journey in your RV? Well, there are many answers. Adventure, exploring new territory, meeting new people, the fun of camping. But there is another very personal reason. Before she died a little over 3 years ago, Renee had one uncompleted item on her bucket list. She'd wanted to visit all of the presidential libraries. We set off in our motorhome to do just that. And before her death, we had visited 7 of them, from JFK and FDR in the east to Nixon and Reagan in the west. Both of us were fascinated by American history, especially presidential history. So I'm continuing what Renee could not complete, with 4 libraries on my current itinerary. Around the bend, after Mark Twain's hometown, West Branch, Iowa, birthplace of the first U.S. president born west of the Mississippi River, Herbert Hoover. The library is closed for some major renovations, but many buildings are open, including the house where he spent the first few years of his life. Hoover lost his father at an early age, and soon afterward his mother died. Despite spending a few years with an uncle in Oregon, Hoover never lost his affection for West Branch, where he attended this one-room schoolhouse, preserved as it was when he studied there in the late 1800s, and the Friends Meeting House, where young Herbert Hoover and his family regularly worshipped. He said that faith and his Quaker upbringing played a big part in his life and his policies as president. Hoover is remembered mostly as the president in office when the Great Depression began economic ruin for the nation. But his life was so much more, and his efforts to feed the hungry during and after World War I, both at home and abroad, were so remarkable that he was known worldwide as the great humanitarian. I took a lunch break before visiting the grave. It was at the Serving Cafe. Everybody said it's the best food in town. I wouldn't argue. This typical Iowa farm community of 17,000 people was so special to Herbert Hoover that he chose to be buried here, he and his wife Lou, in simple adjoining tombs on a quiet hill in a serene park. My camera caught a small, fuzzy visitor between the tombs, and I know Hoover would be pleased. He loved all animals and even maintained a pet possum in the White House named Billy. Around the next bend, a tour of Independence, Missouri, birthplace of Harry Truman.